Prince Charles leads Remembrance Sunday service as Queen watches from balcony. 0138 The Prince of Wales has led the nation in honouring the country's war dead on Remembrance Sunday, as the Queen observed this service from a balcony. The Queen asked Charles to lay her wreath at the cenotaph, in the first time the monarch has broken with tradition and not performed the symbolic duty while in attendance at the Whitehall service. A 2-minute silence took place at 11 a.m. and wreaths were laid at the foot of the Whitehall Memorial by senior royals and political leaders including Prime Minister Theresa May and Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. The Duke of Edinburgh, Queen and Duchess of Cornwall watched the cenotaph ceremony. Credit Paul Grover for The Telegraph. The Queen and Duke of Edinburgh watched the service from a Foreign and Commonwealth Office balcony, along with the Duchess of Cornwall. The Duchess of Cambridge, Countess of Wessex and Princess Alexandra watched from a second balcony, looking on in sombre contemplation. The Prince of Wales lays a wreath on behalf of the Queen. Credit AFP for royal watchers. The cenotaph ceremony will have been a significant moment, as the heir to the throne represents his mother in one of the key public duties of the year. Announcing the decision last month, Buckingham Palace said the Queen wished to be by her husband's side on the balcony and had asked the Prince to lay a wreath instead. The Prince of Wales carried out the symbolic duty for his mother. The Queen credit AFP. The Duke's equerry laid his wreath before the Prince laid his own wreath, his second of the day. The Duke of Cambridge, Prince Harry, the Duke of York lay their own wreaths together, followed by the Earl of Wessex, the Princess Royal and the Duke of Kent. Other political figures laying wreaths include Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, Liberal Democrats leader Vince Cable, and Commons Speaker John Bercow. The Queen pays her respects from the balcony. Credit Samir Hussain. Wire image joining the Queen in observing the service from Foreign Office balconies were the Duchess of Cambridge, the Duchess of Cornwall, the Countess of Wessex, Princess Alexandra, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester and Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence. The firing of a gun marked the end of the silence, and the last post was sounded by the buglers of the Royal Marines before the wreaths were laid. Politicians lay their wreaths. Credit Getty. Prince Charles has laid a wreath before on behalf of the Queen, in 1983 when she was out of the country, and when the Queen was in South Africa in 1999 she laid a wreath at the cenotaph in Durban. This year marks the centenaries of women's service in the regular armed forces, the Battle of Passchendaele and the creation of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, as well as the 100th birthday of Force's sweetheart, Dame Vera Lynn. The Queen laying a wreath at the cenotaph on a previous Remembrance Sunday. Credit Paul Grover at The Telegraph. It also marks the 75th anniversary of the Battle of El Alamein and the creation of the RAF Regiment. Irish Taoiseach Leo Varadkar laid a green laurel wreath at the cenotaph at Enniskillen in Co-Fermanagh. The Queen and Prince Philip. Through the ages, it is 30 years since an IRA bombing there killed 12 on Remembrance Sunday. Northern Ireland Secretary James Brokenshire, DEP Leader Arlene Foster, Police Service of Northern Ireland Chief Constable George Hamilton and the U.S. Representative in Belfast laid wreaths.